Good evening, my dear friends. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to read out an interesting conversation between Ramana Maharshi and one of his devotees. It is about the basic theory. The devotee asks, God is described as manifest and unmanifest. As the former, he is said to include the world as a part of his being. If that is so, we, as part of the world, should find it easy to know him in his manifested form. The Maharshi replies, know yourself before you seek to know the nature of God and the world. Know yourself before you seek to know the nature of God and the world. The devotee says, does knowing myself imply knowing God? Maharshi says, yes, God is within you. Devotee asks, then what stands in the way of my knowing myself or God? Maharshi replies, your wandering mind and perverted ways. Your wandering mind and perverted ways. Devotee surrenders. He says, I am a weak creature, but why does not the superior power of the Lord within remove the obstacles? Maharshi replies, yes, he will, if you have the aspiration. Then again the devotee says, why should he not create the aspiration in me? Then Maharshi replies, then surrender yourself. Devotee, if I surrender myself, is no prayer to God necessary? Maharshi replies, surrender itself is a mighty prayer. Devotee, but is it not necessary to understand his nature before one surrenders oneself? Maharshi replies, if you believe that God will do all the things that you want him to do, then surrender yourself to him. Otherwise, let God alone do it yourself and you know yourself. If there be true surrender, there can be no complaint or frustration. Then the devotee says, we are worldly people and are afflicted by some grief that we cannot get over. We pray to God and are still not satisfied. What should we do? Maharshi says, trust God. Devotee says, we surrender, but still there is no help. Maharshi says, but if you have surrendered, it means that you must accept the will of God and not make a grievance of what may not happen to please you. This line is very important. But if you have surrendered, it means that you must accept the will of God and not make a grievance of what may not happen to please you. Things may turn out differently from what they appear. Distress often leads people to faith in God. Devotee says, but we are worldly people. We have wife, children, friends and relations. We cannot ignore them and resign ourselves to the divine will without retaining some trace of individuality. Then Maharshi says, that means that you have not really surrendered as you say you have. All you need to do is to trust God. Following the path of devotion, one should leave everything to God. So sacrifice, so devotion, so surrender means to leave everything and to accept the wish. It may not please me, it may not please my desire, but it means complete acceptance. To surrender is to 100% of acceptance of his will. So that's all the discussion says. Hope you have liked it. And if you have any valuable suggestions, feel free to write to me. Thank you and have a good night. Have a blissful time. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukha bhag bhavet. Be honest to yourself and to your prayers. Thank you.